Alright, so Pink Cat's fixing to head out on a pretty interesting track. So guy called me earlier this morning about 9 o'clock, something like that, 9 o'clock I think. Said he had shot at a decent buck. It was running a doe and there were a couple more bucks with it. But when he shot the deer, he said kind of rolled off down a hill and started bellowing, making a loud noise, acting like it was real bad hurt. And then he thought that he could hear the deer like gasping for breath, like it was dying. So he waited a little while. Everything kind of got quiet. Everything settled down. Then he got out of his stand, went down there to where the deer was and actually jumped the deer up and seen the deer run off. So when the deer run off, he decided he would just call a dog. So we're going to go in there and see what we can do. I've talked to a couple people about this one. We all kind of, when you hear of a deer bellowing out, that a lot of times would suggest a leg shot, but the fact that he could also hear the deer gasping for breath, sounded like it was struggled. He jumped the deer. The deer didn't go 50 yards when he jumped it up. It was just about 50 yards from where he shot it, so it didn't go far. So that would suggest that the deer was pretty bad hurt. So we're gonna go in there and see what happens. Kind of the plan, as far as dog handler plan, would be to go in here. We're just gonna ease in here, kind of be quiet, see what happens, see if we can just find the deer in its bed. Might have to finish it off. Maybe a bad broke leg. It might be dead. We just have to see. Our plan would be to go in there and ease in there and see what happens. If we jump it up, or for some reason it seems to be gut shot, something like that, we'll just back out and come and try to get it later on the night. We're going to go in about 4 hours after the shot, so we're pretty early on it. But if we see any reason to suggest that the deer's still alive, or might not be a real fatal shot or something, they've got about 250 acres to work with, so we'll just back out and try it again tonight and see what happens. So we're gonna roll out on this one, see what happens. We'll figure it out when we get there, but I appreciate you riding along, and let's go see what happens. Blood right there too. Good girl. I'm gonna try to let her range out. That way, if he's still alive, she can come up on him, bedded down before we get there, and spook him. Oh yeah. She's about 100 yards out. She should be probably.
About where I last heard it, it went that way and kind of.
That's what I'm figuring. I'm figuring she's probably gonna make contact with him pretty quick. We'll see what happens. If she starts barking, like I said, you guys just hang real tight, and I'll go out there and see what we got going.
Yeah, that's about where it got up. It ran into that tree when I jumped it. Yeah, it couldn't. He was having a hard time getting his feet on there.
All right, man, she's rolling pretty hard. I'm gonna just ease that way and try to stay close to her because she might catch him here in a minute. She's about 115 out. All right, boss, it's showing she's treed. She might have you deer. I figure she does. We got him. Good job, Cat. Good dog. You're a good girl. Good girl. You can have him, buddy. You can come down here and check him out. He's a big one. Big old buck. Are you wanting to get him mounted?
I might.
Okay. Pretty buck, man. So we got that one loaded up. So how was that for a decent Alabama buck? That's a daggone stud. So congratulations, Stephen, on an awesome deer, buddy. Super proud of you, buddy. That's one to be proud of. Not many people in Alabama is gonna kill a deer like that this year. So that's definitely one to be proud of, brother. Nice meeting you. Appreciate you trusting us to find a deer of that caliber. That's not one you want to lose. But so for all of our tracking friends and anybody that's interested, so it seemed like to me what happened on that deer seems like the deer was shot chasing a doe, or following a doe, and so the first shot seemed to be a real hard quartering away, just judging by what I could tell. And the inner and the exit hole was on the same side of the deer. So I've seen that happen one other time. My grandfather actually shot a deer a couple years ago that we found 12 hours after he shot it, and it was the same situation. Just as he pulled the trigger, the deer turned, and the inner and the exit hole was on the same side, and the bullet just kind of slipped a rib, and it's almost like a graze shot, but the bullet just gets in the body cavity just enough to make an enter and an exit. Seemed like the same thing happened on this deer. It had a nasty wound, and then but actually, so he actually shot the deer twice. So he shot, kind of looked like a real hard quartering away shot, and then the second shot, he hit the deer way up in the neck. And so just judging by the way that the deer acted, and the fact that he could hear it gasping for breath, sounded like it was dying, looked like to me he probably hit the deer's airway. And so when he got down out of the stand, the deer just had just enough gas in the tank to get out there about 250 yards and bed down again and died. Cat, like just super easy track. Cat, I told her to find it, and she, like I said, rode out there about 250 yards and showed tree. Pretty simple. Nothing to it. Nothing too major. She got gone pretty quick. It took about 10 minutes, and we had the deer. But yeah, so like I said, I've only seen that happen one other time, where that super hard quartering away shot kind of just grazes it, but gets in enough in the body cavity to create an enter and an exit hole. But man, that's a great buck. Huge Alabama 10-point. Super proud for you, Stephen. That's a great buck, buddy. And like I said, I appreciate you trusting us to find a deer of that caliber. I certainly don't take that for granted, man. That's a big one. So it was nice meeting you and your wife Brittany, and again, thanks for trusting us. If you guys need a deer found, give us a shout, man. We'll come try to snatch it up for you. Y'all have a great day.